Over 2 million Irish people regularly play sport. Far more again when you include fans, organisers, parents dropping kids off to training, and all the other ways we find sport in our daily lives. Sport is everywhere, and it is the ideal space to bring people together to make big changes around sustainability and climate justice. From your local GAA running club to professional teams with their idolised sports stars and huge budgets, right up to Irish national teams, sport has access to hearts and minds like nothing else, and we need those hearts and those minds. Hello, I'm Meghann Scully and welcome to Re-Energise, the show that looks at sustainability in all its forms and what we all can do to shape a clean energy future. Oscar Carolan is a sustainability consultant who has worked with lots of sporting organisations, including Leinster Rugby. He laid out some of the ways we can start small and build from there.
Number one is, we're all consumers, right? So we all have our recycling bins and we might use the deposit return scheme. So as a consumer, we have an increased appetite for doing the right thing. However, when you get into that club environment, it's not necessarily clear how you can apply that methodology and mindset in a club or community environment. So establishing what are the sustainability opportunities a club has within their own four walls, within their own sporting area. And then the second area is around clubs and communities they participate in and they run live events. That involves the car to drive there. So how can you carpool? How can you have a deposit return scheme active in your club? So all of these elements, it's changing people's mindset and bringing a greater awareness that through combined activity, we can all make a difference as well. And then the third area, if you scale that up from a club to a county to the GAA, for example, or the IRFU or the FAI, they have huge numbers of followers. Mm-hmm. Leinster Rugby, for example, have 1 million followers on their social media. The Dublin District Schoolboy League that my sons play in is the largest underage league in Europe. They've 45,000 players registered between 8 and 18.
Sean McCabe is the Climate Justice Officer at Bohemian Football Club, a role, at least for now, that not too many football clubs have. He's interested in the sustainability of Bohemians itself, but he's far more interested in the much bigger picture, using the power of football to fight for climate justice.
The real advantage with football is that football clubs exist in every single community in every country in the world. Like, the UN doesn't have a network like that. So if we figure out a part of the solution in Dublin, we can spread it around the world actually quite a lot quicker than others. So we have a project going at the minute called Football for Climate Justice, and we have partners in Spain, Real Betis, 2 clubs in Germany, Werder Bremen and St. Pauli. We have FC Twente in the Netherlands and Ferencváros in Hungary. And so this is an amazing, positive network of clubs trying to redefine that narrative of what sustainability is in the football context, trying to not let it be defined really narrowly as the operations of the clubs or fan travel or these types of things. Because if football clubs go that way and if sport goes that way, it will reduce that small percentage of emissions that it's responsible for. But the bigger picture transition will be missed. And the opportunity to play a very significant role in that will be missed. So it's exciting to have clubs out there that are beginning to advocate this climate justice approach.
Sean gave a great example of all of this in practice at Bohemians. Very often there might be grants or other supports available, but certain communities just don't know about them or need assistance in accessing them. And what better incentive to start thinking about this than a call from the captain of your favourite football club?
Obviously, footballers have a great platform. You don't want to kind of trivialize it. You know what I mean? Like there's ways where it fits and there's ways where it doesn't fit. I was very lucky when I started. Georgie Kelly was playing up front for us, and he was at the same time studying climate finance in Smurfit. So he was a really good voice for the work. A more recent example, when our club captain, who's on his way back from injury, Keith Buckley, first picked up his injury, he actually helped me with the Friends of the Earth research, which looked at kind of getting warmer homes for people. He rang our older members. He just sat in the office one day calling some of the older members and seeing if they'd like to get involved and talk to me about the programme, which, you know, getting a call from your club captain about it is pretty cool.
Well, this is just one simple example, but it shows how using the huge reach and power of football in this case, but sports organisations more generally, can be a massive force for good. So, go back and have a look at your local club and see what you can do. Really look at your favourite professional sports clubs or organisation and see what they're doing and could be doing to change the world. Now, don't forget, you can find out so much more of all of this and hear the full interviews with Oscar and Sean on our companion podcast series, Re-Energize, available now.